Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on your time zone. This is just to give you a quick update on what the trade has been doing. Like I did explain in one of my videos, I said, when a cycle wants to end, you see a whole lot of complexity in structure formation that will make you begin to question and doubt what price is trying to do. And of course, these are times that the brokers, might use to probably take you out on sales, take you out on buys, and you don't know the direction again. So that happens oftentimes, and I believe we are about ending a cycle to plug into another cycle. So there have been videos that have released so far. I think we're going to be in a mess till the end of this month, which means that it might not end this week. We might continue in this mess until next weekend, which is next Friday. Today's been 20, and next week, Friday, should be on the 28th. Yes, 28. We might be in this mess until 28. And if they decide to push price all of a sudden, then we'll see. Now, there's one thing I want to teach you about character of wave, character of structure. So you have to look at when something is out of character, then you now begin to suspect that there is something sinister or a move, in the corner locking. So we have to know that. What do I mean by something is out of character? If you look at this structure here, when you draw up your trend resistance down here, probably is going to cross now. But what you first see is corrective move. The corrective move is what would now tell you that, oh, something is out of character. So you see this move, okay, sorry. When the price breaks out of a trend support or trend resistance, then that tells you this is out of character. So breaking out around this zone tells you something that's out of character. Then once it's out of character, you now begin to concentrate on what is building up here, because you will see it as correction. When you see it as correction and you don't quickly know that something is out of character, you are expecting that price is going to break down, they will take it up. So it is not a gimmick per se. It is because you're not equipped, you don't know what happens and the intricacies and the messy structure that price will make before they change price to the other side. That is what happens. So when you look for out of character in a long trend, you have to also look at out of character in a corrective move. Now, so having explained this scenario here and here, so we're going to come here. We want to look at, this is Euro USD. Is this thing out of character? When it's out of character, if you draw up your trend support here, it will be out of character when it breaks this trend support. So we're going to look at this price. For us, we believe that this may have been completed as a complete corrective move to the downside. This is a correction of A. This is a correction of B for me. Now, we believe that even if this is a C, it is out of character. So we're going to look at it. We're going to look at it. Let me go to, I want to be quick, really. So it's corrective and it's looking as if we may still break down one more time. Is that what price is going to do? Are we going to break down one more time? We're going to look at it. But we believe that we may have completed the move, because this to this, it's a 5-wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this, a 5-wave in itself as a B. And we expect that this also may have completed a 5-wave in itself. Out of character also means that the kind of correction you are seeing, it's not the kind of correction you will see that would explain that what you are seeing is part of the move. When we add this, we were thinking what could be happening. The correction was too much to tell you that this thing is going further up, and with the price action around this area. So it is out of character and price came down. So now a new character had formed, 1, 2. Here looks like 4, because I have told us that the magnitude, the length, the vertical length of wave 2, it's more than that of wave 4, number 1. Then the horizontal length also of wave 2 is more than that of wave 4. So if you measure from here to here, the number of pips you get is more for wave 2. Then the number of days it takes, or weeks, or hours is of, or hours is it takes from here to here is also more than wave 4. So with that at the back of your mind, you will know that this fits like a wave 2, this fits like a wave 4 to 5 to finish this wave. Likewise around this area, so you can see 2 here. That you're not able to see inside of 4 here is also correct, because you have to break down to lower time frame before you can see 4, if this is 2. Now here we are seeing a 1 and a 2, a 3, a 4 here also. This is not part of correcting this move. This is not part of correcting this move. This wave is gone. The old wave here is gone. So it is out of character to have this. That's what I'm trying to say. Then if it is out of character to have this, then we must also begin to look for out of character of this particular wave to tell us when something is going to shift. Are we still likely to come up? Are we likely to break down one more time before we go up? So these are the things we have to look at. So let's bring out our trend line. I'm going to just do this and go and stop. Now, this is 4-hour time frame. Like I said, out of character. So we are seeing a complete breakout of the trend resistance. Even if you match these and these, even if you join these to this, it is completely way out of character. So the length of correction is way completely, this is not a 2, this is not a 4. It is out of character. Now, when we know that this is out of character, and we also know that when wave is building up, like a new wave, this is the way it's going to go. It will be so corrective. Wave one will be so corrective that you now begin to doubt what is happening. And all of a sudden, boom, they move. So, but we still have to look at what is happening in here. So let's go to 1 hour. So we know that this move is not part of this move. This is a new move. Something it's cooking here, which we have to digest. Let's go to 1 hour. Out of character, we are broken out of the trend resistant here. Now, in this new move, like I did, that we had broken 4 here, we see this as a wave 1 in the primary, and this is wave 2 in the primary. Now, we have to now begin to quickly see that we tested 1.07600, and since then, we've been in high correction. So we are going to look at out of character here also. We are going to look at out of character here also. We went up to have this wave because this is the complete wave. And this could be an inside of the third wave that wants to do 1, 2, 1, 2, form a nest or not. But we have to begin to look for out of character. So what is giving me out of character? There has been a momentum loss when we got to this point. Even if you first push this up to here, it broke it down. So we readjusted. Then we got here a long consolidation. tells you there's a momentum loss. And now we are still in that consolidation and it's broken down again, which means that price is trying to negotiate and go down. That is what I can see. But having said that, we have to make, that's out of character now. This had been out of character here. This also is becoming out of character. So there is that tendency or a preponderance for price to shoot to the downside. So we have to begin to look at what is shifting here. Now, when we are changing direction or trend, we have to look at two alternatives. The first alternative is to count an ABC to the upside in this case and see if we go beyond the limit of ABC to the upside, which means C will terminate 161.8, tells us impulsive. That's the first alternative. The second alternative is like, okay, we have made a first move and the first wave is 1. So we want to do an ABC to the downside. So once the ABC goes beyond the limit of 161.8 to the downside, it is not correction to the downside again. We are going down again. So those are the two alternatives. We are going to look at our ABC to the upside, our ABC to the downside in a move. But how to do that? We first have to see this move and this move, a primary 1 and a primary 2. Then, is this a 3 to it? We look at it, if it's a 3 to it. I'm teaching us fast. If you come from here to the blue primary 1, to the purple line, which is the primary 2, it didn't match up to 161.8. It's just about 127 or 123 before price broke down. So it is not a 3, it is nothing, and price came here. So even if you are thought that this one is a 4, it's not a 4. So because the price did about a 50 retracement of this whole move. So it's like it's building like a nest. So if it's a 1-2, then this one becomes another 1-2. So in our 1-2 and 1-2 formation, we had expected that, okay, the third wave should push up high. At least for us to have, up to this point, of course, it would have formed a 161.8 from here. But it didn't give us what looks like, if this is an AB, this is not a C wave. So we're going to begin to break down into it and begin to analyze. So the only thing I can see here is that this one pushed up, this one did like the first correction after this move. So this may be a 2, a 1-2, or that this is going to go into a complex of an ABC in itself. We are going to look at that. So if it's going to go into a complex of an ABC in itself, so I begin to look at this as a possible A, after this move, a possible A, and the ABC of A. We want to see this move as a B. Then if we don't break up from here, then we want to consider this move as a C to the downside. The first thing to look at is like, this is highly impulsive. It's impulsive here. Then this is corrective. So if it's impulsive, you are looking at this as a correction to this move from here. So if it's a correction to this move from here, it shouldn't break the low of here. At an ABC correction of this particular move, it shouldn't break below here. Probably it should fall within this case, within this point. But again, we can see that momentum is being lost. So they could now make use of this and make this an A here, which is a major A. Then we have to look at the retracement to the upside of this big move. From that purple one to that blue, purple 2, which is the proposed A, it's about 161.8. So a 161.8, it didn't break above it, where we must be looking at the larger correction of A, B, and a C. So if this is 161.8, we are looking at the price may still break down to give us a C to the downside, which we even break the low of here. So we must entertain everything. And because of the way and manner this correction had gone, I'm suspecting price may break down here. This is too big. This is too big. Even if you look at an ABC of this, which you may, and when you're looking at an ABC, A, B, if it comes down as a C, it's this area. So you can try to pick a buy here. And maybe a by 5 pips stop loss from this level in case price comes down to do an 100 and it's going to go up, because this may continue to build and give you a C, and a C should be a sharp wave to the downside, right? So this will just be a 1A, B, C, and this will be coming down. So we need this not to break this top. If it breaks this top here at 1.07550, then it negates the downside again. So that means we are going up again. So we'll make sense out of what we are seeing. But for now, it's possible with this momentum loss that the price engages this place. If it comes here, you pick 5 pips. If it breaks you, it's coming here. Why? Because if this is A and this is 161.8, so this place is 123, an extended flat. So we expect us to pick this as an extended flat here without breaking the primary two. That will now tell you this is a C, and the next thing you're going to see, it's a big impulse to the upside. So that is, we are looking at out of character and what we are seeing. So this is still within the ambience of what a C big can give us as an A B, and a C can give us here. We must know that. But in case price breaks up again, we'll recalibrate. That's that. So now with that idea, we go to gold. At the back of your mind, you go to gold. On gold, let me quickly push to a 4-hour time frame. Again, we are looking at out of character. This is a complete move in itself, which is from the highest point that we turn from here. And this is a 2, and this is a 3, a 4 here. And when we add this, I remember I was telling us this is not a 4. A 4, this one being a 4 cannot be as big as this. So it was telling us something ominous is trying to happen. Eventually, they gave us an ABC or AWXY of a B in the middle. They gave us an ABC or a WXY of a B in the middle, and the price came down. Now, this came down as an impulse. Again, this is out of character. We must know that something is out of character. So it is completely out of character here. So because if you draw your trend line, it's broken. And this in the middle can never be a correction to this one. Just like I said on Euro USD. It's more even clearer on gold than on Euro USD. Euro USD can still do a funny thing to push more down, but we have to continue to monitor it. But we know that the ultimate direction of Euro USD is still up to the upside. Now, we are looking at this as being out of character. Now, if I bring my trend line, my drawing, so this to the downside is out of character. So we want to spot out of character here. We are yet to see out of character in this. You can see the first move to the upside as a potential 1, and the first move to the downside as a potential 2. ABC of 2. Now, it's not out of character yet because it's not even coming to test this support, trend support. Sorry for that break in transmission. So it's not yet to test the support. So we still see ourselves as this is a potential 1, and this is a 2. Now, within this, we are trying to look at out of characters too. So The two alternative is to count ABC to the upside or ABC to the downside. So if we take this one as a 1, we can see an ABC of a 2. So being an ABC of a 2, if we are going up as a 3, then we have to see that these might be the 1 of a 3, the 2 of a 3, and that the 3 of a 3 should break above this one, which has happened. It has broken above here. We need to break above here and go up. So if we go up sharp and we trust to this upside, then it's a big move. But again, we must know that, again, price may use this as the first correction of a bigger move of A, and this going up in the middle may be a B, A, B, C of a B. So A in the green, B in the green, C to come in the green to give us B blue, and the price may come down as a C and even take this to the downside. And after that, there's going to be a big move. We always look at C wave as an impulse. We need to see all of that in the making. So now, when would we forget that the idea of this still coming to the downside and breaking this low? It is when it is out of character. So nothing is still out of character yet here. So this is an A, which is about 85 or 76 to the downside, and might just be the end of that. This may be a B wave or wave 3 in the middle. So if it's a B wave, now to this should not go beyond 161.8, and it's 123 is here. 123 extension of that B wave is here. This is 161.8 of it is here. So if I may, am I correct? I think I'm correct. Let me bring those very close. So let me bring them very close. So we want to see our price from the origin in the blue here. We'll take it down to where A is. So we can see 123 and 161.8 correct. So we want to see our price will negotiate around this area. If it breaks above here, then it's a big 3. So it's not a B to C anymore. So that is, we want to look at out of character. Now, this as an A, this as a B, we don't want to see this push also out of 161.8. So for this as a B to the downside, because this is like an impulse in itself, which is an A 3 wave to the downside, which is a B. This one can give us also an impulse to the upside as a zigzag. So if it's a zigzag, then 100 will be here, 123 will break above here, and 161.8 will be here. So for this to be a B. But for it breaking out of here at all to get here tells me that it's a new wave to the upside, and it won't be a correction of A in the blue, B in the blue, and a C in the blue. So we are looking at out of character. So if we get reaction here, it's still within what we expect. It could give us a big move to the downside. So at this point, if it comes here at 100, then we will look at what we will get. If it reacts at 123 of this move to the upside, we'll look at what we'll get as a running flat. If it goes beyond 123, between 123 and 161.8, then we'll look at what we'll get as an extended flat to the downside before that big move. So we are still working this to the upside. This is, at least, we'll still have to come around this area. We are going to break this top to tell us it's a B wave. or an intending third wave. So, but of course, what we would want, what anybody would want is like a place to become a big B and a big C. Might not give that, but once we break out of here, once price takes 23.72 to the upside, or let's say 23 to 73 to the upside, know that then we are back in an uptrend. Then all you should look for, it's a completion of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the upside here, have a bigger ABC, take more to the upside. I think with that, I've come to the end of that update.